If there was one movie you could completely delete from reality, what would it be? The Fahrenheit 451 movie, just for the irony. I would remove the movie The Mandela Effect because it would cause mass confusion and lead onto the topic of the Mandela Effect and people would go insane. Seriously. Had this conversation with my boyfriend right after we watched it. I told him I wouldn't be surprised if they erased this movie soon just to kook with people. And if I had anything to do with it I totally would as well. The Dark Tower. Stephen King fans waited years and years and years for this movie, only for a 90-minute pulpit parade that didn't scratch the surface of the story. I got one of my friends into the series and when the first whispers of production were circulating, he called me up all excited. I was like, man, I've been down this road before. If the movie gets made, it's just going to be a piece of pit. There's too much book for a movie. I do feel like it could be given a decent treatment as a TV series, especially since the source material is finished and we don't have to worry about showrunners cooking the last 2 seasons all the way up. Can I delete season 8 of Game of Thrones instead? The most gut ending, seeing as they knew it would be the final season, would be if they lost the Battle of the Long Night and then we watched Cersei realize how bad she'd cooked up when she now had 3 dragons and double the original army of the dead banging on her door. Season ends with everyone dead, the ending only God could have pulled off. If it had been done as well as the first 5 seasons. I'm with you through losing the battle at Winterfell. I think during that battle they should have realized early on they were going to lose and have to shift into a survival mode utilizing the tunnels under the castle that were referenced numerous times to escape. They get forced into King's Landing where they can't outnumber the Golden Company to force their way in, but there's a turn on Cersei once the army of the dead approach and the armies realize they need everyone they can get to fight from within the walls. Then end the series with the Night King dying but the army not falling apart, have them enrage because there's no leader anymore and force Jon or Dany into a situation where they have to become the new leader to cull the dead. The remaining cast have to escape with the Dornish to Mirian because their home is lost forever. That would be a truly GOT-style ending. Birth of a Nation. It sparked violence against the black community and kick-started a new surge in interest in the KKK. The KKK existed, yes, but it was a smaller, regional organization. The film was propaganda, when it was the first film screened, and marketed widely as such. At the White House at Wilson's request people saw it as him giving it the rubber stamp of approval, almost an endorsement for the film's portrayal of black men as unintelligent and predatory. William J. Simmons took the opportunity of the film's screenings to garner visibility for the KKK and held a huge cross burning, took out ads for KKK membership alongside ads for the film, and went to screenings with his Klansmen in full regalia. They sold costumes, movie ushers wore white sheets, and they handed out KKK brochures at screenings. It was used as a recruitment tool and can be directly credited as the reason the KKK has a rebirthing of its own. The Dark Tower. Well, all realities. There are other worlds than these. Edit. Apparently people who didn't read the books enjoyed this movie. My advice, if you enjoyed what you saw, read the books if you want an really amazing story that blows the film version out of the water. Sierra * Burgess is a loser. The main character that you're supposed to feel for is a catfish the entire movie and gets mad that things just never goes away because she isn't pretty. Not because she comes off thinking she is better than other people because she knows literature or literally lies 90% of the movie. Edit, Sierra not Sarah. So awful I did not even remember her name. It isn't a movie per se, but the 13 Reasons Why show. Once the scene with the suicide happened, I think it was within the first few episodes, I got an email from the APA letting all therapists know that suicide rates and attempts spiked. Not only for attempts, but successful attempts as well. Since then I've met more clients I'd like to admit that essentially learned how to be successful with suicide. Some people argue it opened up a conversation about suicide and how it isn't as rare as people would like to believe, but I'd argue that you don't open a conversation about domestic violence by showing someone a video of brutally beating their partner.